How's it going, everyone? Got quite a lot to talk about in this video. We've got two major free updates coming for notable titles, and on top of that, February's got a lot of big games coming out. I know there's a lot of attention around the JRPGs, but one game I am particularly looking forward to is coming from publisher Kepler Interactive and developer Ironwood Studios. It is the new survival driving crafting game in Pacific Drive. We got a new 10-minute gameplay summary video, which I do want to go over at the end of this video, so we'll get to that in a little bit. First of all, RoboCop Rogue City has gotten a brand new patch, and it is the major New Game Plus patch that a lot of people have been waiting for. With this patch, the game has added a New Game Plus mode, added a new difficulty of There Will Be Trouble, added a new unlockable Golden Auto 9 skin available once New Game Plus is available, added more Auto 9 chips and boards, fixed the shooting mode not properly resetting when exiting interiors, fixed RoboCop's right hand disappearing when grabbing a human enemy, and fixed the stolen vehicle investigation being skipped if Ben immediately opens the locker. RoboCop Rogue City was a game that got a fairly strong reception from what I hear, and I didn't play enough of it to really give a final opinion. There was just a lot of games coming out at the time of RoboCop. It's on the backlog, and it's certainly a game I'm gonna play at some point, but it's a game that it seemed like fans of RoboCop really did end up enjoying, and while I didn't see a lot of people saying it was a 9 or a 10 out of 10, a lot of people did say that it was a game that for fans was a very enjoyable experience, and the gunplay was pretty well done, which, you know, for a more budget end title like this, that's really all you can hope for, and it looks like they did succeed in offering that. I believe the game is now 30% off for like $42, so it's still a little bit at a hefty price, but I think at like sub 20 bucks, this is a game that a lot of people are going to circle back to and ultimately check out. The game is currently sitting at a 76 on Metacritic. The game notes uphold the law by any means necessary. It's up to you to decide how to fulfill your prime directives, and an original story set in the world of RoboCop, set between movies 2 and 3. So if you have yet to check out RoboCop Rogue City, might be a difficult time to, you know, add another game to your plate, but at some point down the line with New Game Plus now available as well, might be a game worthwhile to check out. Moving on from that, I'm sure the majority of you guys at this point have played Gran Turismo 7, but a brand new free update did drop yesterday. Latest update brings 2 extra menu cafe menus and new race events and more. You've got 3 new cars being introduced as well. They have a full breakdown on each of the cars over on the PlayStation blog. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. They also note cafe and extra menus. Extra menu number 34, the Nissan Motorsports, and extra menu number 35, Dodge. World Circuit events, a brand new race event. The Jimmy Cup has been added to World Circuits along with new Vision Gran Turismo Trophy races for 2 new tracks. Scape surface area and turn the camera vertically have been added to featured Scape. So all that has been rolled out with a brand new free update to Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo 7 is one of those PlayStation titles that is still very much holding up in price point. When it goes on sale, it's still 30 to 40 bucks. I believe it's 30 for the PlayStation 4 version of the game, and usually for the PS5 version, it's around the 40 range, and they haven't put the game on PlayStation Plus Extra yet. I imagine that'll be happening at some point. There's been rumblings about a potential PC version as well. Who knows if that'll come to fruition. Gran Turismo, I feel like, does not have the appeal that it once had. Like, Gran Turismo was legitimately a gargantuan IP for PlayStation for a long time. It's still a very, very notable game, and anybody that's even remotely into racing games is obviously going to be into it. But back in the PS2 days, like the Gran Turismo 4 days, that was really what I looked back at with Gran Turismo at its peak. And then, of course, Gran Turismo 5 kind of had the tumultuous development time, and I remember leading into the release of GT5, that game just got continually delayed. We had GT5 Prologue, a $40 kind of demo be released as well. That was just, I feel like GT5 as a whole did some damage towards Gran Turismo, and then Gran Turismo 6 was one of the more disappointing Gran Turismo games in terms of its commercial reception. Remember, that game came out like a month after the release of the PlayStation 4, I want to say, and just the weird timing for that game's release. But Gran Turismo 7 turned out to be really, really good, and it's not like a franchise that I get super into like I would back in the PS2, PS3 days. Like, I was super into GT5, even if the release leading into that game was wild. I had a great time with GT5 as well, but GT7, when I played of it, I really did enjoy it. It's just, I don't know if people at this point want to drop $40 on it, but it has been getting a consistent stream of updates. There's a little bit of controversy with some of the monetization elements of the game as well, which is never a good thing. Soundtrack is really good though, and visuals are stunning in Gran Turismo 5. Even as a cross-gen game, but some of the cross-gen games are legitimately some of the best looking games that you can come across when it comes to PlayStation exclusives, because Horizon Forbidden West is also a cross-gen game, and that game looks absolutely fantastic. But nonetheless, Gran Turismo 7 Update 1.42 is available today. It actually dropped yesterday, but nonetheless, again, go check that out. And then Pacific Drive Surviving the Zone gameplay summary video. Creative director and game director walk you through the gameplay flow. This game has been quietly building a little bit of anticipation as we're getting closer to its release on February 22nd. Again, timing-wise, it's not ideal, but this is coming out a couple weeks after the major games of February that I'm excited for. You know, you've got Grand Blue as well as Persona 3 Reload. And then it's a little bit of a quiet period. Like, there's certainly games I'm looking forward to in the midst of February, like Banishers as well as Helldivers 2, but you've got a little bit of time from Persona 3 until Pacific Drive on February 22nd, and then the week after Pacific Drive, it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but the gameplay loop to Pacific Drive looks fascinating, and it's a game that seems to have a lot of replayability, aesthetically and visually, atmosphere-wise. The game looks really, really solid, and it is a budget title. I believe it's being released at $29.99, and there's a pre-order discount which you save 10%, much like the launch discount that Palworld had. It's 27 bucks. In the shadow of towering evergreens in the Pacific Northwest, you find yourself trapped behind a 300-meter wall. Why was it built, and who or what are remnants? Mysterious voices traverse the airwaves, questioning you, warning you, battling against the elements and anomalies. Only one thing is certain: you and your car won't leave the zone unchanged. Left untouched for over 30 years, the Olympic Exclusion Zone is home to all manners of hazards and mysterious phenomena known as anomalies. With only your station wagon for company, navigate the winding roads as you attempt to untangle a web of secrets that have surrounded the area since the 50s. Gather resources to upgrade your car and uncover more clues as you venture further and further out into the unknown. Key features: note, drive hard and keep your tools handy, repair your car, swap out parts, and gather useful materials. Outrun the storm while facing strange perils in a world that shifts with every journey into the zone, and scavenge resources to craft new equipment for your car and build new stations in your garage. Your car, your way. Configure your wagon how you want, experimenting with different equipment to navigate a treacherous landscape and look good doing it, and unravel the mystery of the Olympic Exclusion Zone, an abandoned research site in an anomaly-filled version of the Pacific Northwest. The game isn't getting a ton of buzz, but I think the most attractive aspect of this game is the price point, given the success of Palworld, and I think a big reason for that was the price point. I'm not saying, you know, Pacific Drive is going to be as big as Palworld. It's not going to be anywhere near that, but it does look like a pretty compelling game, and I think it'll be one that when it comes out, if it's received well and word of mouth is strong on this game, I think it will be a title that people have to check out right when it drops, given the cheaper price point, or maybe later on sometime in the summer. It's a game that people will circle back to. But that'll do it for me. Again, RoboCop Rogue City gets its new Game Plus update that is available now. Gran Turismo 7 also gets a free update with Update 1.42, and Pacific Drive Surviving the Zone gameplay summary video drops. Something to look at and another game to follow as we head into February. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.